Hello and welcome back to the board. I'm the Gallup Major, and today we're doing a little bit of how to slash awareness in regards to the lock guns and look around button that we have on in the game, I guess you could say. Basically, what it does, and also how to possibly take advantage of it if you haven't know how to at the moment. So first of all, you can always find this out by going into your settings, but it's going to be quite easy. So this is for the PlayStation, but if you're on the Xbox, I assume the controller layout is very similar. If not, you can just go into the settings and have a look. So you can see on preset 5, which is the standard preset, it is the L1 button, and that is pretty much the same for preset 1, preset 2. The preset 4 and 3 don't actually have that button, so it's obviously swapped out for something else, but it returns for preset 5 and preset 6. Now I'm going to go back to preset 5. So that's basically where to find it on your controller. Now let's see a couple of ways of using it in some different games. So here we are in the Nauser, the tier 3 German premium battleship, and so this is a good way of showing how to use the lock gun view when you have a ship with slow turret traverse. Now the trick with the lock gun view is it is a hold button, so you are going to have to hold it, and one of the tricks is you always need to aim, wherever you aim is where your gun's going to lock. So if you aim close to the ship, all your turret's going to point to that point, and if you aim far away, all your guns are going to try and point to the far away point. So the trick's always to have far away because the enemy is usually far away. So we're going to lock the guns there, and now what this allows us to do is to look around while our turrets traverse over there. So this now means that we're not having our guns chasing our point of view as we look around, but also it means that we can stay aware of what our team's doing. As the enemy gets spotted, we can then identify what those ships are if they're within the range, because you can see it has like a slightly locked. I can't go any further out than that, but then what this does mean is I can almost lock my turrets, have them ready, point in the direction I want. And in situations where you go, oh, I want to change my turrets, so say you want to change sides, you just want to change angle, you just got unlock and then lock again, and then you can go back to looking at what you're looking at, and your turrets can start traversing. Now this can be very useful for when, if you've got something with a slow turret traverse, where it is or can be painfully slow to turn, you may be looking at doing this for most battleships, but also some of the heavy cruisers like the Aoba and the Pensacola, which are renowned for their very slow turret traverse. So here I'm just able to continue the engagement, but say I know things are going to start going, or I want to change where I'm going on the map. I might say want to turn away or something. I might lock my guns over there, but then I can continue to watch what's going on and see where the incoming shots are coming from. At the same time, my guns are traversing round to the other side, ready for when I've completed the turn. So there's none of this having to take your eyes off the ball. Oh, friendly Phoenix has decided to give me a hug. Oh, nice. I'll try and release him. Oh well, hopefully that shows some of the ways you can use it when you have slow traversing turrets. Hopefully next clip will be how to take advantage of it when shooting. So when we've covered the lock gun view, we've done it where it is pick a almost range and direction, and your guns will lock at that range and direction as you move regardless. So if you swing the ship around, the turrets just stay locked in that direction in regards to your ship. It's almost like the orientation from your ship and at that range. Now things are slightly different once you have a target acquired. Once you have a target acquired and you lock guns, it locks the guns at that range and travelling at that consistent speed. So if I lock my guns, say, there and open fire, and then I fire again on the assumption that the Kuma is staying at the same speed, So I'm not changing my aim point, but it's actually locked on to the Kuma. Now the Kuma's sped up, so it's actually now disengaged. So that's one way to shake it almost. It stays locked at the range and traversing at the speed that they're travelling at. However, it doesn't shift the aim point in regards to the ship as it speeds up or turns away. So it can be advantageous for when you have situations where you want to keep piling on the pain. However, you have to be very careful about whereabouts you have it targeted. There's any change in course or speed and you kind of lose that benefit. Now the main advantage of this is usually with fast firing ships which have the ability to become concealed. I got lucky there, I managed to borrow some of the smoke screen. So if I do this, I should be able to do some damage on the Kaiser. Nope. Now this is where it actually shows the disadvantage of it. So even though the Kaiser's there, when I lock gun view, it locks on the island that's in between me and the Kaiser. So you can see if I fire my shells here, they all splash into the island, because when I lock gun view, the island intercepts between me and the Kaiser. So that's one of the downsides. It has to be open water between you and the target. However, if you do have open water, then you can work it over. And it also relies on your enemy travelling at the same speed in the same direction, almost like horizontal to you. It can be quite difficult to get some mastery of it. However, there will be occasions when it does work in your favour. But that's just another way of using the lock gun view. But also it means that you can then lock in on the target. Now here I can't use it because I have the island between me and the Marblehead, so I'm going to have to do the good old shooting using, well, the normal view, I guess you could say. So I'm not able to just lock the guns and keep firing. However, it's a nice thing to bear in mind. Say you're fast firing destroyer and smoke, maybe USS Flint could be an interesting one as well. Oh well, I hope that covers off the lock gun view for you guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe, and if you aren't subscribed, then feel free to subscribe. As always, you can send in your captures to our email address, which is down in the description of this video. If you have any suggestions for any future guides that you'd like to see, then let me know and I'll see what I can do. Until next time, I'm the Gav Major, and back to the port.